Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Veronica and today we are building something different in The Sims 4 and actually today we are making a gym. I have never built anything like that before and I thought that maybe I shouldn't be like very creative in it, but in the end I decided that I want to have like a big front yard for this gym with a fountain, with a parking lot, with some green outside, and also I decided to add a pool in this gym and couple of more like appliances inside. Like there is a fully functional kitchen in here, a normal shower, I would say, like shower area, like changing rooms. And this whole gym turned out, I think, really pretty in the end. So let us watch what I'm doing. And now I'm actually figuring out the shelf of the whole build. And you might also notice that I'm doing some like something of a driveway in front of a gym. I try to make it like there is this driveway for maybe something to be driven into the gym. Like maybe it's the area where all equipment comes in, or maybe there is a caterer in the gym and they bring all the groceries through this door. Or and I in the end you will see that I did place here some kind of a truck, I would say, like some like heavy machine which usually delivers all the stuff around the area so that like maybe something is delivered in this gym. You will see that much later, but I'm telling you now that I'm gonna do that. And you might see that I already made a parking lot and dividing some areas for green stuff around the area so that I can make it all nice and pretty later. And I'm using platforms in this build on the rooftop because I thought that maybe it's going to be much easier for me to make like a modern looking roof if I do that, but I actually ended up deleting it later. I just made it a functional roof. I just decided that I want to place something on top of roof so it looks more realistic. So there is like some ventilation systems outside, like one huge. I did size up one of default ones so that it looks like, in places like this, they usually place something like chillers, they're called, I think, which are supposed to cool the whole building inside. And I did place a couple of AC systems so that maybe some of the rooms need more chilling inside. And I did try to make it all look like nice and modern and fancy. And at first I tried to make it look like fancy, really fancy, but then I decided to switch to the modern style. And you might have also noticed that I did put a couple of trash cans, like the one huge one from Eco Lifestyle. And I should warn you that I didn't limit myself with packs in here, so I might use a lot. You will see that later, I think. If you want to download it, it's already on my gallery, by the way. And I did use like a variety of packs so that it's not that difficult for me to do stuff like that. And I did try to make it easier for me because I have never built anything like that before. And also, you did not see that, but I did struggle a lot with the floor plan inside because I couldn't figure where I should place bathrooms and changing rooms. I wanted to place them like a whole block in one area, so like it would be placed in real life because you do not want all the plumbing to be all around the area. You want it to be located like in one specific limited area, so you do not have to put all the communications around the lot. So I did place it all in one spot, and I did struggle a lot with it because I couldn't figure where I should place it so that it fit, because it did not fit at first. And I did try like maybe 4 variants, but I did cut it out because it took me like maybe 40 minutes in real life. And you do not want to see that. You do not want me to see me like building the whole changing room and then deleting it and doing that again. I did the same stuff with the kitchen and the other areas, and in the end you will see that all the gym equipment I did place is not centered in the windows. I did fix it off camera, of course, because I couldn't stand this imperfection in here. I can stand it sometimes, but not in here. And I did spend some time like trying to even out the whole windows because I did alt place most of them and it did not look nice at first. But then I did figure it out, and I think in the end the whole lot looks like really realistic because at first it has a parking lot, and I think all the gyms like detached standing somewhere off any other building gyms have their own parking lots because people are driving to gyms because often they are placed not that close to people's houses. So that's why I'm not going to gym. Actually, no, that's I'm not going to gym because I'm not like that kind of person. I don't like gyms. And now you see me trying to figure out the layout of all like proper gym room to say so. And I did struggle with it a lot because at first I wanted to play this kind of a wall as a divider, but I had to delete it because I couldn't figure out the whole layout. It didn't look fine, I think. It didn't look fine. It looked terrible when I did play this divider wall. I wanted to place it because it's logically right, I think, because it's nice to have the whole room maybe where people are doing cardio and the whole other room for strength workout. But I just didn't in the end. And I did place like the whole wall of windows, yeah, the whole two walls of windows in the gym area, but I also displayed the whole mirror wall because what gym doesn't have mirrors? I think every gym has mirrors in there. And I did place a coffee machine in the gym. I know it can be annoying in your gameplay because teams keep making coffee all the time when they have coffee machine around, but coffee machines are not as glitchy as teapots in this game because teapots are really annoying. Coffee machines are not that annoying. Yeah, they like your steams will brew coffee sometimes, but when you have a teapot, they are going to make tea all the time, like whatever they do. Maybe they are cooking, but they will stop mid cooking and go and brew themselves some tea. I really hate that my sims do that all the time, so I don't place tea machines in the game. And you might see that I did place a couple of sunlights in the roof so that maybe I don't know. I just like the way they look. I don't have any specific reason for placing them. I just like the way they look. And here you see me lowering the platforms for the roof because sunlights looked better when I did lower the platforms. So in the end, I almost did get rid of all the platforms on the rooftops. I just did leave maybe one tile platforms, but I think I did delete it at all. And I did struggle a lot with the height of half walls around the platforms on the rooftop because I didn't know which height I should choose. I knew that right side I want to be taller than the left side, but I didn't know how much taller, and I didn't know how tall they all should be. But in the end, I did figure it out. You will see that, of course. And I did place the whole pool in here, as I said, and I did place here like this jumping platform, but I didn't think at first that there is a roof above it. So if your Sims will use it, they will hit their heads. Of course, they won't do that in the game. They will just clip through the roof and jump right into the pool. But we all want pretty animations in the game without all the clipping in there. So in the end, you will see I like in the very end. Only when I did notice that I did fix that. And actually, when I did notice that, I thought that the video is over. So I didn't record it, but I did record it later, like re-record, adding like the whole bump out in the pool where I did play this jumping stuff. And I did make the whole lounge area like outside where the pool is. So this lot is like mixed. It's also a pool and it's also a gym. And I think that it's really nice. Like maybe your sim wants to work out, and when they will feel hot, they can chill in the pool, and they will feel cooled after that. To say so, I don't know if I did say it right, but it doesn't matter. I like the way it this whole build turned out, and I did try to place like a lot of greenery around the area. I did place a couple of flowers inside too. I didn't place any in the gym area because I thought it's going to be excessive, so I did place a lot like in the common area. And you might have seen that I tried to make like the whole reception area because usually gyms have stuff like that. And I did place there later a shelf with the towels and all other stuff from Eco Lifestyle. I just think it's nice, like maybe it's a fancy gym where you get all the towels like you pay for your membership and membership, yes, and when you visit the gym you will get all the towels and you can use it. And I tried to make the whole like entryway area colorful and bright, and I think I did manage it well. I think it turned like really fancy. I tried to place a couple of like green spots around the area. You might have noticed it already. I did place a lot of flowers around the pool area. I didn't make like the whole green line by the pool. I did also place a lot of greens in front of the house. And you might have seen that I did alt place all these windows on the left side of the front part of the gym, but I did place there a lot of trees so that you cannot see that there are no full wall windows like there are all the way around the gym. I did that so that, changing rooms should not have like huge windows because they are not supposed to be see-through. So I did play their tiny windows on the top of the wall. But I think that I didn't manage well to make it look nice at first, so I did place the trees like to cover this whole stuff up. And you might see now that I'm working out the whole outside area for this lot. I did try to place here a lot of greenery. I did try to place it nicely so that it looks natural, so it looks realistic. Like, we all like flower beds around the area, do we? I do because I think that it's like some kind of oasis, like in the middle of a city, in the middle of town. I know that Newcrest doesn't look like this huge of a city. You can see a lot of greenery around the area, like it's the whole park in the background here, or maybe a golf kind of area, I don't know. But I just like how it all looks when I try to place here a lot of green stuff so that it looks all flowery and bright and stuff like that. And I did later place in the front of a build some flags, like, like flag stocks. I don't know how they are properly called in English. I did pick every single swatch that there was. I found them in debug, I think, and I did play them because, in some community lots around the area, you can see flags like swapping around the area, like they are like these huge, maybe fancy, I don't know what they usually mean, but they are here too. I did play them. I know that they are from get together, so maybe they mean to sign some kind of clubs, but I did leave them here so that it looks like realistic too. I usually put a lot of thoughts in my builds, and this build I try to make realistic. I don't usually do that, but here I try to make it so. So you can see a lot of tiles inside because in community areas like gyms, tiles are much easier to clean, so people usually place them there. And in the whole gym area, I did place here these kind of, I don't know, like playground cover it's called in the game, but I think it's supposed to be some kind of a soft covering for a floor, so if you drop something it's not that loud and it doesn't hurt the floor, to say so. So I think that it's logically right to place something like that in the gym area, so I did place it there. And I also did place a lot of lights around the area, and you might see that I did size up the reward some kind of in here, and I did make it like a size of a statue, did cover it by some fences and put there some lights so that maybe it's some kind of a statue in this gym, like symbolizing the gym. And also, I wanted to do the same with the dumbbell kind of reward. There is one in the game, and place it in the fountain in the front, but I did not do that. I thought that it's going to be too much. And you might see that I'm trying to add some colors in the front area of the built now, like in the entryway, so that it's all bright and nice and pretty. And I did place there some more flowers. I just thought it's going to look really nice. Like everybody loves flowers around the area, and I like flowers around my area so much that I like just yesterday I did buy a blooming room kit. I didn't have it when I did build this area, this lot, but I have it now. And actually, in my next build, I think you're gonna see me using it because I also bought city living and now I can build in apartments. And I really want to do that. And I have one of my favorite apartments. I already did record like for a speed build. You will see that next week, so stay with me to see that. Of course, just the usual. And I did play there like very, like really a lot of flowers. I tried to make it look nice and pretty. I don't know how I'm gonna place that apartment in the gallery because I've used platforms, but I think I'll figure it out. And I'll show you where the platform is, and so that you can edit later after you download the build. And in this build, actually, we are coming closer to the end. And you might have seen that I did place like a brick wall outside the area, like this painted brick. And I thought it's going to look nice if I did place the same wallpaper, like not wallpaper, but if I did paint the walls the same color on all outside walls inside. Like you get what I mean. I didn't place it entirely in all the bathrooms because one of the bathrooms had like this would have like this dividing, like one side is going to be brick, another one is painted. It's going to look weird, so I didn't do that. And now you see me furnishing all the changing rooms. I did use these like changing cabinets from Snow Escape. I think that they looked really fitting for here. And actually, for placing them, I got inspired by the bathhouse, like default bathhouse from Snow Escape. So I thought it's going to look like really nice. And now you see me placing this like towel rack in the entryway behind the reception desk. Of course, nobody's going to work there, but I did place a computer there. So if your sim really needs to use a computer, they can do it here. I have this struggle a lot that my sims don't have enough computers in the world around the area, and I need them all the time. So I did place one here so that it's useful. And you know, in this build, I did cut out most of the time I did use debug because searching through debug is a tough task because you need to do a lot of searching. Like maybe I spent half of the time I did build this searching through debug. And see, like maybe it's going to be 2 minutes for you of me going around the debug and trying to find some stuff. But behind these 2 minutes, you see there are 20 minutes I did cut out, sped up. So it, like not sped up, it was even more time. And I did struggle a lot with trying to find some debug fences that would go right by the lot edge, because you can build fences by lot edge in the game, even when you use move objects. So I had to use debug fences, and I did find some. I did use these cats and dogs fences you can see now, and also did place some, I think, get together fences, or I don't remember from where they are, and I did place here a lot of cars. I did try to make this parking lot look like maybe some of them cannot park properly, so they are not lined up perfectly with their parking lot. But I tried to make this fancy looking parking lot. I think you might have noticed that because it's not like clear concrete, it's just some kind of bricks laid in the floor, some kind of rocks and stuff like that. I think that it looked really fancy. And I think you have noticed when I was building that, when I was painting the whole like driveway around the area, I did place there these a couple of brick linings for a walkway in the front of the build. So it's like the area where pedestrians are gonna walk. So it's divided from the whole area where people are not allowed to walk. Of course, your sims are not going to do that, as well as mine sims are not going to do that, but I thought that it just looks nice. And as we all know, The Sims 4 takes a lot of pretending to play the game. And now you see me doing the stuff I told you I'm gonna do. It's fixing this jumping in the pool stuff. Because I didn't think it through at first, and I didn't want to fix the roof because I did place a couple of sunlights and they're perfectly centered, they're symmetrical, and I didn't want to move them. So I didn't. And now I'm going around and putting there a couple of latest details, like some columns on the edges, some paintings, some other stuff. And in here, I think the build is finally finished. And let me now skip into the game and show you what I ended up with. And here is the build. I did place it on 30 by 40 lot in Newcrest in one of the worlds. I won't show you where it is because it will fit almost any of them. But I did pick this one because it fits these two columns in here. And I did place this kind of sign, so it says that it's a gym. In my imagination, there's a fountain here, another sign that it's a gym. I did place here like reflectors to brighten up the sign. And here is the entryway. Here we have a reception area, maybe some waiting area, maybe your sims are waiting for a cabin here. Here your sims can eat or maybe have some drinks. I did place a dumpster here, so you can dumpster dive in here. I did place this truck in here, as I said, to fill up the area, to empty area. Here we have like a changing room entrances. Here is like one changing room, another changing room. And here we have like a bathroom, and here we have two toilets, one sink, and each toilet has a shower. And here we have the whole gym area. I'm gonna fix it maybe like this. You will see that in the gallery fixed, of course. like this, I think it's going to be. And I'm gonna move it out here so that it looks prettier this way, like this. That's better. And here I have some lounge area, so you can sit here, maybe communicate with some people or relax on these lounge chairs. You can swim around in the pool and just enjoy your time. And this whole area is not functional, but it's pretty and it fills out the area. And we have a second floor in here too. It's a tiny thing, like it's accessible from this, I would say, like stealth entrance to the gym. And here we have a telescope so your Sims can die. And also here we have a couple of wind turbines and some dew collectors. So it's so nice and pretty. I did place some kind of like ventilation and other stuff. And this is, I imagined, would be that chiller I told you about. So this is the whole build. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed watching me build that. And see you next time. Bye.